Russell Westbrook never, ever cheats us with effort. Ever. He shows up. He goes all out all the time. His defense, especially against the Clippers on those 3 possessions late in the game, sensational defense in front of Kawhi Leonard. Caused 3 consecutive turnovers. There's no doubt about that. Credentials as a future Hall of Famer, no doubt. Nobody can knock that. He just can't shoot. To Paul George and all of those players who support him, you have every right to support him because the attacks that have been made against him have been a bit extreme. What's not extreme is folks pointing out that you can't shoot in an era where if you're playing the guard spot, you need to be able to shoot. That's all. Nothing more than that. But here's the problem. Where the problem lies is Russell Westbrook is an alpha male. Russell Westbrook is known as being dogged and strong with his belief in himself and the way he goes about doing things. And there are folks that say, in the face of what you're doing, what you're producing, shooting 8% from three-point range, 1 for 12 on the season, and 28% from the field, might behoove you not to shoot the damn ball unless you're attacking the basket. That's all. The one thing that I will say is this. Brian, you can go with this as well. And I'll go to you, Jay, with this last words. We got to stop just bringing up Russell Westbrook. Anthony Davis shooting 20% from three-point range. Anthony Davis, I came on the air and talked about how Anthony Davis was a top 7 player. I take it back. Damn it, he don't look like.
How do you know what I have down on my paper? Right. How do you know I had that down?
He don't look like he even wants to go anywhere near the basket. And my point is, yo, bro, you too big, you too skilled, you too talented. What has happened to Anthony Davis? We need to be talking, yes, Russell Westbrook can't shoot, but that's about it. We need to be talking less about Russell Westbrook and more about Anthony Davis. Because, damn it, I expected better.
Can I add on to that?
Yes.
That was exactly my point. Do you know when Anthony Davis got traded in 2019, I looked up some titles of some articles, some headlines. Do you know what they were saying? Anthony Davis, a top 5 player, gets traded to the Lakers. Anthony Davis traded among biggest in Laker history, along with Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Pau Gasol.
Wow.
That's where the expectations were for AD. Now, I know it translated to a championship in the bubble. I get that. Congratulations. But, like, what happened to the days of us talking about AD that he was going to carry LeBron James? Like, I watched Damian Lillard last night. You talked about it earlier.
Dame time.
Right?
Dame time.
Dame time. I watched Luka. I watched some players. Yo, it's their time where they're carrying the load. So I get that Russell Westbrook is an issue. I get that he has to fix that. I get LeBron James was in the MVP conversation last year at 37, still year 20. He's still playing at a pretty high level. Just to double down on your point, it feels like this team is a team of excuses. And I'm tired of the excuses. And the excuse, main number one, starts AD needs to be that player to carry this franchise. Is he the face moving forward? I don't know anymore. Stephen A., I don't know.
Wendy, Jay, I'll throw this by y'all. We talked about Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook needs to be gone, right? Because he just doesn't fit in what L.A. is doing, okay? And Kendrick Perkins alluded to the fact that he might not want to be there, or they might elect to sit him down. Should we rule out whether or not AD should be traded?
No. Everything should be on the table.
Yeah?
Everything.
All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. It is Tuesday, October the 25th, 2022. So, watching ESPN First Take, obviously. And, yeah, no, it's a number of topics to discuss today. But we're going to get right down to the main one. What is the main one? I know I talked about Russell Westbrook quite a bit and whatnot. So we're going to save him for another clip. We're going to talk about Ben Simmons. Now, Ben Simmons and the Nets played Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies last night, right? So the end result was 134-124 for the Memphis Grizzlies. However, that is not the main highlight. The main highlight was the fact that Ja Morant baited Ben Simmons in a foul play, causing him to foul out. And because John Morant knew that Ben Simmons had 5 fouls. And I saw the clip. It wasn't a foul. Like, you got to take it from Ben Simmons' perspective. I did not think that was a foul. I thought that was a BS call, like he said. I don't know how in the world that was a foul. But at the end of the day, Skip Bayless says it, right? He goes, okay, fine, that was a BS call, but so was your play all throughout the game, because he, in the first 3 games, he's fouled out twice, and he's only got 17 points in the first 3 games. He's the second worst player in defensive rating in the NBA. This guy is supposed to be a defensive stopper, right? So that is the main issue everybody's talking about. And, you know, he is making a lot of money. And let's just say all of a sudden he was making like $8 million or something like that, right? Nobody would be on him. But the fact that he's making all this money, you know, rightfully so, people are going to say and critique him and stuff, right? But I want to give this guy a pass because it's only the 3rd game in the season. He's just getting accumulated towards his team. And yeah, it's let's just give this guy a pass. However, you know, getting fouled out twice in 2 games, back-to-back games, fouled out. You got to think, what does Kevin Durant think about this, right? Because Kevin Durant, he requested a trade in the offseason. I believe it was July 17th, if I'm not mistaken. However, he requested a trade. Now, he requested a trade saying that Steve Nash and Sean Marks got to go. Joe Tsai, the owner, was like, no, hell no, I'm not going to trade away my management, right? But you're out here for another 3 more years. You better get used to it. He didn't say in those terms, but, you know, he was taking packages from, like trade packages from the entire league. The Toronto Raptors, Phoenix Suns, I know Memphis Grizzlies was up in there, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. And I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew he gave him a chance. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what is Kevin Durant thinking now? Because Shannon Sharp on Undisputed said, you're not going to win a championship with this guy. You're not going to win a championship with this guy if he's getting fouled out twice, if he's the 2nd worst defender in the league, if he's only got 17 points in his first 3 games. Everybody's just like on this guy, and the media is just killing him. Again, Kevin Durant is not a leader. He's more of a like show up to work and score the hell out of the ball. Kyrie Irving's not much of a leader. But I think he ended up with 30 points last night. So I don't know. It's hard to fix, right? How do you fix that moving forward? If you're the Nets, you got to fix this thing and get into a rhythm where you're winning games. But that's hard to do when your best defender, right? Your best defender is getting fouled out, and your best defender is the 2nd worst defender in the league, right? So I don't know what to say. I want to give this guy a pass because, you know, he's coming off a mental health situation. I'm not going to get into that, even though I know about it. I'm not going to get into that. He hasn't played. He had a back injury. So let's just give this guy a pass. However, the Nets really got to do something. I don't know what they're going to do, but they really got to do something here because they're 1-2. I know I get on the Lakers. I know I get on the Sixers, but Sixers won last night. So, and Sixers, Harden's playing unbelievable right now. So I'm not too worried about the Sixers. Sixers just got to gel together, but I am a bit worried about the Nets. You know, hopefully they can turn this thing around and play some good basketball. But this is going to be tough, right? He's not a rookie, so I know that last call was a BS call, but those first 5 were probably not. So maybe he's just got to get used to being the old Ben Simmons. I don't know. He had 8 assists last night, right? That was pretty good. You got to give him credit for that one. But in terms of moving forward, I don't know what's going to happen with the Nets. So I ask you guys, is it better to wait for Ben Simmons to become the Ben Simmons in the past? Or do you cut your losses and move forward and eventually trade the guy? His value is low. I'll tell you that much. His value is super low right now. But, you know, what can you do, right? This is Jag from Jaggy Sports. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me, do you cut your losses if you're the Nets and trade him? Or do you wait for him to develop into the player that we once knew? This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.